Hi and welcome to the Crochet Circle. My name is Alex and in today's video I want to show you how to make a Christmas light. In the previous video I already showed you how to make a Christmas light in continuous rounds. Now in this one I'm gonna show you how to make it each row at a time, not continuous rounds, but yeah, just stepping each row up as you go. So at the end I won't have this color gap between two colors. These Christmas lights are made with different sizes of hooks and different sizes of yarn. So this one is with a crochet hook number 3.5 millimeter. This one is with a 3 millimeter hook. I think this one is with 1.75, and I think this one was with a 2 millimeter hook. So as you can see, you can make different sizes with the different yarn that you get and the different crochet hook that you have. So I'm gonna now start. I'm gonna start with a magic ring. So I'm gonna do a chain 1, and now I have to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm gonna close the magic ring up. And now what I have to do is I have to join this with the first stitch. Now row number 1 is done. Now I'm gonna do a chain 1, and I have to do 4 times an increase just meaning 2 single crochets in each stitch. At the end I'm gonna have 8 stitches, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Again, I'm joining the row. So this is row number 2 done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. Now the next 2 rows are just 8 single crochets, so chain 1 and then begin with a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And to close the round, I just have to do a slip stitch with the first one. Now this was row number 1, 2, 3. Row number 4 is again just 8 single crochets. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and again just a slip stitch with the first stitch. Now chain 1. Now in the next round I have to come from 8 stitches to 12 stitches. That means I will do a single crochet and an increase stitch 4 times. A single crochet was 1, 2, 3 was an increase. Now 4 is a single crochet, 5, 6 an increase, 7 a single crochet, 8, 9 an increase, 10 a single crochet, and 11, 12 are gonna be an increase. So that's 11, 12, an increase and a slip stitch joining with the first stitch. Now the next round calls for just 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I missed a stitch. Yeah, because I didn't join it with the first one, I joined it with the second one, so that's why I was missing a stitch. Always begin with a chain 1 and then 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And joining it with the slip stitch of the first stitch. Now chain 1. Now the next round calls for 16 stitches. That means I'm gonna do 1, 2 are gonna be single crochets, 3, 4 is gonna be an increase, and I have to repeat that 4 times. So 1, 2, just single crochets, 3, 4, an increase, 5, 6, single crochet, 7, 8, an increase, 9, 10, single crochets, 11, 12, an increase, 13, 14, single crochets, 15, 16 is gonna be an increase. And I join it with the first stitch. Now the next row calls for 16 single crochets. I do a chain 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and again joining it with a slip stitch. Now the next row calls for 8 times of a decrease. That means I'm gonna do a decrease 8 times. I'm gonna do a chain 1 first just to go up into the next row, and for decrease I'm taking only the front loops. I hope you can see it, only the front loops, and that means 1, only the front loops, 2, only the front loops, 3, 4. Now I'm gonna fill the Christmas light in. So after the 4th decrease, I'm gonna again stuff the Christmas light. Don't overdo with the filling, because if you're gonna put too much filling in, you're gonna see the filling through the holes. So be in moderation. Now I need to do 4 more decreases because now I'm on 5, 6, 7, and this is the last one, 8, a decrease, and now joining it with the first decrease. I definitely need to cut my nails because I cannot hold my my Christmas light properly. Actually, I'm gonna do an invisible join, so that means I'm gonna cut the yarn and pull the yarn through, get my needle, and I'm gonna go in, not in the first one, but in the second one. I hope you can see it. Let me focus a bit more. So not in the first one, in the second one, because with this stitch I'm actually overlapping the first stitch. And back to where I came from. As you can see, now you cannot see where it ends. Now I'm just gonna work this tail in, and I can cut the yarn off. Now this is part 1 of the Christmas light done. Now all I need to do is the top part, so I'm gonna do that with the green yarn. I'm gonna go in one of the stitches, and I'm gonna do a chain 1. I'm gonna be working the end tail in as well, so I don't have to worry about it at the end. And now I have to do 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I'm joining it with the first one. Now I need another row of 8 single crochets. I do a chain 1 and 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I'm joining it with the first one. And now, as I did with the last one where I was working in continuous rounds, I'm just pulling the yarn through. I can hide the beginning of my work already in because I've worked the tail in, so it won't get loose. Now I need my needle, and I'm gonna go and grab just the inner loops of the 8 single crochets. just pulling it tight so it closes up. Now I'm just gonna go with my needle back and forth. And then I go into the work and come out at the other side. Now I can cut the yarn off. And this is a Christmas light. As you can see with this one, the change of the color is not seen, because when I was doing it in continuous rounds you kind of have this one row switch. You can make this one or you can make this one, it's up to you. I showed you both ways on how to do it, and again how to put it on the light, on the string. Just have your desired length. I do prefer using a needle because it's just easier. I go through it, through the green top, and then I position it at the desired distance and I just make a knot. And that's it. Now I have 3 Christmas lights. This one is done in rows, this one is done in continuous rounds. Either way, whatever you decide. I hope you will make loads of lights and that your Christmas spirit will soon be displayed in your house. Until the next time, I'm gonna say happy crafting!